with that silly beginning. Welcome to another video. This time it's a lesson, and it's a lesson about the song you've just heard. Or if you haven't heard it, maybe you're watching this somewhere. I don't know how this is going to pan out. But anyway, it's the song Lost in a Foreign Scale. Now the name has a significance because it's the scale I'm using in that song is something that's very foreign to me. It's not a scale I know. It's a scale I kind of stole or made up from something else. Now, the story behind the song is that I was listening to Steve Vai's Bledsoe Blued. I don't know how you say that. I don't know what it means. I have no idea. And that song had something like this going on. Now that's C sharp major and with an added 9. But the weird thing about that song is it has the bass notes A and then B and F sharp, if my memory serves me correctly. And anyway, from that I kind of came up with how do you say, deduced the scale that I'm using in the song Lost in a Foreign Scale. Now the thing I'm doing is I have the same bass notes, but it sounds slightly different because it's going like this. And so on. It has an added G in there somewhere. But that's it. And the G isn't a part of the scale, it's only a passing tone. And what I'm doing is basically I'm just improvising using the scale. Now the scale is these notes. It has A. Let's assume in my song, there isn't really a root note. At least nothing sounds like a home bass to my ear. So I'm just gonna start from A. So it's A, B, C sharp, D sharp, F, F sharp, and G sharp. And then it starts again. So it sounds like this. A funny sounding thing. And in the song that I have, it's those bass notes that I was telling you about, A, B and F sharp, and with the added G in one place, and then this kind of chord thing that I did in the beginning, which is so that's kind of an A augmented, major 7. And you kind of would assume, because it has an A in the bass as well, that A would be the root. Now, don't find it to be the root, because it kind of, everything sounds odd. And the song is basically just an improvisation over those notes. So what I'm doing is I have a little theme, which is this. And then I start to improvise for a few bars, and then I repeat the theme, and then I improvise more, and I repeat the theme a few times, maybe with slight alterations. And that's basically it. Difficult to do kind of three 3 notes per string runs, like because the scale doesn't lend itself to that kind of thing too easily. So I end up having to really think about what I'm doing. And the song itself, when I came into the studio to record the lead, I didn't have anything. I just had the scale, I had the backing track which I'd made, and I took a conscious risk of just seeing what happens, and thought that if it's not good, I'll just leave it off the record. I liked the riff, I liked the kind of tonality of it all, but didn't know what was going to happen. So I came up with the melody during the first take, instantly, and then I just improvised. But it took a few takes to get the improvisation to be good. But that's basically the song. The techniques I use are nothing out of the ordinary, as it were. I use some tapping, I use some alternate picking and stuff like that. But that's basically the whole song. Now, maybe the moral of this story is that you should steal everything you can, because it doesn't really sound like Steve Vai's Bled So Blue. It sounds like Meshuggah meets a bit of Steve Vai, a bit of Zappa, to my mind, and then something I can't quite put my finger on. But that's basically it. There is nothing. It's a really simple song because it only has that one kind of chord going in the background, the arpeggio, and it has that one riff. The riff has kind of complexities to it which are difficult to count. I had to actually sight read, even though I don't really sight read, but I had to sight read the rhythm when I played the bass and the rhythm guitars. But it's fairly simple in terms of technique, and that's the whole song. It's simple in a deceptive way, and it sounds really fun in my opinion. So, Lost in a Foreign Scale. Now, this was part 1. When I'm doing this, I've already done part 1 of the improvisation, so you can watch that. You probably might have if I combine these two. So you've watched that, and I'll do another improvisation, the second version of this, so that you can compare different versions. And if you're a member of my Guitar Academy, you get the backing track, and you get some tab. Or I don't know if you need any tab. I'll think about maybe putting up some tab. The melody is so simple you can pick it up by ear. It starts on an A, and that's home base for you, so you just pick up the rest of the melody. And then you improvise to your heart's content, to something like this. One of the positions I like about this scale is this one. So you could do something like this. This is like playing a Dorian scale. With only the A note mucking about a bit there, but you could do something like this. So, if you have any questions, feel free to email me or comment or whatever. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you in version 2 of this, because I'm going to try to do it again. It might be total bollocks, who knows. Anyway, see you again. Take care. Bye bye.